All right, guys, let's start sitting at the foot of your mat. Just start with some shoulder rolls, and then let's move on to your neck. Let's just go for a couple circles each way. Keep the shoulders relaxed, nice tall spine. Keep breathing. And let's reverse directions, other way. Stay lifted out of the back of your neck as you go around. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And then coming up through center. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. And then exhale, come up to your knees. Interlace your fingers behind your back, roll your shoulders down and just lean back, open up the front of your body. Take a breath here. Exhale, sit back into your heels. Release your hands. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. And then exhale, let's just come forward into child's pose. Let your hips just fall back into your heels. Relax your forehead on the floor and let your elbows just fall to the floor. Take a couple breaths here just to focus in on your body, focus in on your breath. Release any tension out of your back, out of your neck and your shoulders. We're going to really be focusing on your movement and on your breath. So let's really start to get that breath going. Inhale all the way into your lower back. And exhale, let it go. On the next inhale, let's come forward to your hands and knees and let's go into a couple cat and cows just to warm up your spine. Inhale, drop the hips, look up at the ceiling, pull the shoulders down. And exhale, round your spine, drop the head, pull the shoulders apart. Let's do a couple more just like that on your own time. Really articulate through each vertebra of your spine. Breathe. And then come to a flat back. Let's curl your toes under and lift up into a down dog. You can keep your knees as bent as you need to just to warm up your hamstrings. And then whenever you're ready, just start pedaling your feet in place, bend and straighten one knee, pressing your weight back into your heels. Keep your shoulders pulled away from your ears, tuck your chin, let your head just hang. And then drop both heels down onto the floor. Lift the hips a little higher as you press your chest towards your toes. Think about rotating your elbows towards the floor just to really open up your upper back. Let's take a couple breaths here. Sitting a little deeper each time you exhale. Take your time on the inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, come forward to plank. Pause here, drop your knees to the floor, lower down to your chest, and then let's lift up into a baby cobra. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears. On the next exhale, push yourself back up into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then from here, you can walk yourself forward to the front of your mat. Hold here, let your upper body just fall forward. You can keep your knees as bent as you need to. And then go ahead and hold on to opposite elbows, swaying softly from side to side just to loosen up your lower back. Let your head just hang, getting some compression out of your upper spine. Release your elbows, bend your knees, and then slowly roll up your spine as you inhale. Reach both arms out to the side, up at the ceiling. And on your exhale, just let your hands fall down to your sides. Let's take a moment here just to really ground your feet. Really be intentional about the placement of your feet. Evenly on your heels, your pinky toes, your big toes. Drive energy down through the ground. On your next inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling and then sit your hips back into chair pose, weight in your heels, chest lifted, shoulders pulled down. The Sanskrit name for this is Utkatasana, which means awkward pose, which it is, but let's make it your awkward pose. Own it. Exhale, fall down to forward fold. Inhale, lift up to halfway lift. Press your hands into your shins. Exhale, fall down. Let's step back into plank. Exhale. Exhale, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, lift up into upward facing dog. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears as you press your feet into the floor. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl the toes, and push back into downward facing dog. See if you can go a little bit deeper this time. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the ceiling now. Bend the knee and open your hips up to the side, stacking your hips over each other, but keeping your shoulders square to the floor. Let's just open your hips. Square off to the floor, and then exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time. This time, step your foot to the outside of your left hand. Drop the back knee to the floor and uncurl the toes. You can take your left hand to your knee, press the knee away from you as you lean back and look over your left shoulder. Let's just open up your hips for a second. Drop that right hip down to the floor, press that left knee away from your body. Square your hips off to the floor as you bend your elbows. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale as you round back up. Let's do one more on your own time. And then from here, you can go ahead and just heel toe your foot to the center of the mat. Lift your body up to kneeling so your hips are stacked over that right knee. Tuck your pelvis and then press your hands into that left knee. Lean back, pulling the shoulders down. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers and roll the shoulders down. Let's open up the front of the body as you press that left foot down into the floor. Release your hands. Inhale, reach both arms up. And then you can either curl your back toe, pick up the back knee and come into a high lunge, or you can take your hands to that left knee, curl your toe, lean into that left leg and lift yourself up into high lunge. Square your hips off to the front of the mat. Keep that back leg nice and straight as you lunge into that left leg. Breathe here, shoulders down. Inhale. On the exhale, let's rotate to warrior two. Back leg is straight, pointing that right toe slightly in, pushing the left knee back. Think about pushing your knee back so you can see your left toe through past your knee. Inhale, reach forward. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Reach that right arm overhead. And then let's just sit back into peaceful warrior. Open up the left side of your body. Exhale, come forward to extended side angle, elbow to knee, reach overhead. And then inhale, reach back, reach that left arm to the back wall. Let's do one more here. Let's hold this time. Coming to extended side angle, you can keep your elbow on your knee, or you can bring your hand to a block or to the floor. Really make sure you're staying lifted out of your hips as you press the knees apart and keep your shoulders stacked. Inhale. On the next exhale, let's lift back up into peaceful warrior. Stay low in that front leg. Reach for the back wall and let's open up the left side of your body now. Shoulders are down. You're breathing. Coming back to warrior two, let's pivot your left foot so their toes are parallel. Bring your hands to your hips. Just bend from your hips and reach down to the floor or to a block. You can stay here or let your upper body just fall to the floor. Let your head just drop. Keep your toes turned slightly in and your hips pushed back. Let's take a couple breaths here. You can stay here or you can take your hands to your ankles if you want to go a little bit deeper. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Breathe. Stay out of panic zone. Let your body know it's okay to stay in this pose. On the next inhale, you can bring your hands to the floor. Bend your knees and then bring your hands to your hips as you roll back up your spine. Let's go back to that warrior two, looking over that left shoulder. You can cartwheel your hands down to the floor, come into low lunge, step back to plank, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the chin and push yourself back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Look forward, you're gonna step to the front of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift, press into your shins. Exhale as you fall down to forward fold. Bend your knees as you inhale, roll up the spine and reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your arms back down by your sides. Let's take a second here and focus on that grounding. Is your weight still evenly on each part of your foot? Are you still staying intentional about where you're sending your energy? Inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Let's sit back into chair pose, back into that awkward pose. Make it yours. Own it. Pull your shoulders down. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, fall down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, step your feet back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl the toes, push back to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath. On the next inhale, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then open up your hips to the side, stack your hips over each other, square the shoulders off to the floor. Reach that foot for the back wall. Come back to down dog split, squaring your hips off to the floor. Inhale, reach that foot up. Exhale, come to plank, knee to chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, back to plank, knee to chest. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time step your foot to the outside of your right hand, dropping that back knee down to the floor, untuck the toes, take your right hand to your right knee as you press the knee away from your body. Rotate and look over that right shoulder. Think about really dropping that left hip down to the floor as you press that right knee away from your body. Come back to center, square off to the floor as you bend your elbows. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, straighten the elbows. Exhale as you roll down your spine. Inhale as you roll back up it. Let's do one more just like that. Take your time. And then heel toe your foot back to the center of the mat. Lift your body up to kneeling. Stack your hips over that left knee. Tuck your pelvis. Square your hips off as you press your hands into that right knee and lean back. Really open up the front of the body. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms behind your back. One last time, interlace the fingers. Roll those shoulders back. See how much you can open your chest to the ceiling. Release the hands. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. Either curl the toe and pick up the back knee to high lunge, or you can take your hands to that right knee, curl the toe, lean into that right leg as you lift yourself up to high lunge. Stay low in that right leg, hips square to the front of the mat, back leg straight, shoulders pulled down. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's come to warrior two, looking over that right shoulder. Drop the shoulders down, drop the tailbone down as you sit into that right leg. Really push that knee back so you can see your toe past your knee. Inhale, reach forward. Let's come to an extended side angle, elbow to knee, reach that left arm overhead. And then inhale, reach back to peaceful warrior, reach for that back wall. Exhale, come to your elbow to knee, reach overhead. And inhale as you reach for that back wall, stay low in that right leg, open up the right side of your body. Coming one more time to extended side angle, you can keep your elbow on your knee, bring it to a block or all the way to a floor. Really make sure you're keeping your shoulders stacked, so see if you can look up at the ceiling, staying low in that right leg. Take another breath here. Inhale and exhale, lift yourself back up. Inhale as you reach for the back wall, opening up the right side of your body. Stay low in that right leg. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Let's cartwheel your hands back around to low lunge, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale as you lift to upward facing dog, shoulders are down. Exhale, tuck the chin, push back into downward facing dog. From here, you can hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, roll down to forward fold. Inhale, roll up your spine, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your arms back down by your sides. One more time, let's focus in on those feet. Are you staying intentional? Are you grounding yourself in each part of your foot? Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, one last time, down into chair pose. Hold it here. Breathe, focus, own it. Shoulders are relaxed. Back is strong. Exhale, fall forward to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, back down to forward fold. From here, you can step or hop back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale, tuck the chin, push yourself back to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath here. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Shoulders are down, hips are high, heels falling to the floor. Inhale, extend the left leg up towards the ceiling, come forward to plank, and then cross that foot, line the foot up with your right hand, left knee with left hand. Square your hips off to the front of the mat. And then you can stay here and then inhale as you lower yourself down towards the floor and then roll back up your spine. Let's just do a couple spinal rolls just to relax your lower body. Exhale as you fall forward. Inhale as you roll back up. Let's do one more like that. Exhale as you just roll down your spine and then lower all the way to your elbows. You can stay here, or if you like, you can come all the way down to your forearms or all the way down with your chest to the floor. If you need to get a cushion or a pillow to put underneath your left hip to help your body relax, go ahead and do so. Or if you need to flip over to your back, you can just cross your left ankle over your right knee as you pull your right knee into your chest. Do what your body needs you to do so that you can actually relax, so you can actually breathe in this pose. Take your time, close your eyes. Don't try to just beat the clock, try to actually stay in this moment. How relaxed can you stay on the inhale? How calm can you let your body be in this moment of stretching it, pushing the parasympathetic nervous system, letting it know it's okay to just let go. Breathe. You're not in any hurry. You don't have anywhere to be. You can stay right here with your breath and your body. On the next inhale, come up to your hands. And then let's tuck the toe and push back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Come forward to plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl the toes, and push back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. And let's take it to the other side. Reach the right leg up as you inhale. Come forward to plank as you cross the foot over. Line your foot up with your left hand, right knee with right hand. Bring your left foot to the center of your mat as you square your hips off to the front of the mat. Lift the chest. Exhale as you round down your spine. Inhale as you roll back up it. Exhale, take your time as you round forward. Inhale as you roll back up it. Just do one more like that. Bring movement into the body right before we bring it to stillness. And then let's come onto your elbows. Stay here. Or come all the way down onto your forearms, or all the way down to your chest. Each side's going to be a little different. It doesn't need to look like the other side, so really close your eyes and figure out where you're at with this side. If you need a pillow on this side, go ahead and get one. If you don't, stay here and breathe. Take your time getting into the pose. Ease yourself into it. Don't shock the system. Let it know it's okay, that it's okay to relax. You're not trying to trick it. You're not trying to fool it. It's okay to let go. See if you can take an even longer inhale and an even longer exhale as you relax into the pose. And then whenever you're ready, you can lift up to your hands and just swing that left leg around. Extend that left leg in front of you as you cross your right foot over your left knee. Make sure you're grounded on both sit bones as you reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Rotate, bring your elbow to your right knee and look over your right shoulder. Stay here for a breath. Inhale as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, press that right hand into the floor to help rotate. Stay nice and tall with the spine. Come back to center now. You can bring that left leg out to the side as you bring your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Reach that right arm overhead and let's just go for a side bend, opening up the right side of your body. Focus on keeping both sit bones grounded, keeping both shoulders stacked. See if you can look up at the ceiling. Don't worry about how far you can go. Focus on your breathing. Where are you feeling the stretch? Where is there tension that you need to release? And then lift back up to center. Let's square off to your left foot. Reach both arms overhead as you inhale. And then exhale as you reach forward for that foot. Make sure you're bending from your hips, so keep that knee bent if you need to. Hold here and breathe. releasing that right glute, releasing that left hamstring. On the next inhale, let's lift back up, bring both legs in front of you, and let's go to the other side. Cross that left foot over your right knee, ground yourself on both sit bones as you reach the right arm overhead, press your right elbow into your left knee as you rotate and look over your left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen, exhale as you press into that left arm to rotate and look over your left shoulder. Think about rotating from your belly button. And then come back to center. Scoot your right leg out to the side. You can bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale as you reach overhead and over to that right foot. Again, focus on keeping both sit bones grounded as you stack the shoulders and look up at the ceiling. Really focus on pressing that left hip down into the floor as you pull that left shoulder away from it. Inhale, let's lift back up to center now. Square off to that right foot. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you bend from your hips forward and reach for that right foot, ankle, or calf. Again, you can keep the knee as bent as you need to ensure that you're bending from your hips and not from your lower back. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Relax that left glute and lower back. Breathe. And then let's lift back up. Bring both legs in front of you, square off, and let's go for a full forward fold. You can keep the knees bent if you need to, reaching both arms overhead as you bend from your hips, not your lower back, as you reach for your ankles, your calves, or your feet. Again, focus on taking your time, easing into this pose. You're not jumping into a cold tub of water, you're easing yourself into it. You're letting your body know this is okay. It's okay to relax. You're letting the protective mechanisms in your body know that it doesn't need to fire, but it's okay to be here. The way to do that is through your breath. So breathe, inhale, and exhale, let it go. Nice, long, slow inhale, and exhale. Close your eyes. Be with your body. Be with your breath. You're ready, go ahead and lift back up, scoot forward if you need to, and let's lower all the way down to your back, slow and controlled. Bring your knees into your chest, and then hug your right knee to your chest, extending the left leg along the floor. Reach your right arm out to the side as you cross that right knee over to your left. Don't worry about how far that knee goes towards the floor. Focus more on that right shoulder staying grounded and your hips staying stacked. So you can look over that right shoulder, getting a full rotation for your spine. Again, focus in on that breath. Inhale, and on the exhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper into the rotation. Coming back to center now, let's go ahead and switch sides, hugging that left knee in now and extending the right leg. Cross that left knee over to the right as you reach that left arm out to the side. Adjust your hips as you need to so they stay stacked. Relax those shoulders as you're breathing. Relax your middle back and your glutes. Come back onto your back now. Bring both knees into your chest. We're going to go into a happy baby, reaching both of your arms between your knees, and then you can hold onto the outsides of your ankle, pulling your knees down towards the floor, or grab onto the outsides of your feet as you pull your knees down towards the floor and reach your heels up towards the ceiling. You want to really focus on lengthening your spine here, so really press the tailbone down into the floor as you pull your chin in and the shoulders away from the ears. Focus on lengthening your spine here as you're opening up your hips. Breathe. Feel your breath all the way into your lower back on the inhale. On the exhale, so you can pull your knees a little closer to the floor. All right, extending both legs now. You can extend the legs along the floor, and let's set up for your final pose, Shavasana. Let your hands just fall out to the side, facing the ceiling. Let your legs just fall out to the side. Lying on the ground, flat on the ground, has benefits of its own, just to resettle the spine, but especially after all the movement and stillness and breathing that you've done through this flow. This is still an active pose, even though you're lying on the floor. You're actively releasing. It's harder to let go than we realize. There's so much energy that's stored inside our bodies, and it's up to us how we use it and how we let it go. So focus in, do a scan of your body. Where are you holding tension? And where can you put your mind to let it go? Your forehead, your eyebrows, your jaw, neck, shoulders, chest, upper back, arms, hands, your stomach, middle back, lower back, your hips, your thighs, your calves, your feet, and even your toes. You have so much energy in here. So much that your body holds on to. So much that it collects and it stores. It's not easy to let go. It's so easy to stay tense and to hold so much. Lying in this passive pose, make it active. Make it intentional. Just like when you were grounding yourself standing up and driving the energy through your feet. Can you be just as intentional to let it go? Breathe and release. All right, whenever you're ready now, start wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing some movement back. And then go ahead and reach both arms overhead, reach those toes, nice deep stretch, and then roll onto your side, and let's come up to sitting. Take a moment just to get set up. Ground yourself on both sit bones. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms together as you bring them down to your chest. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up, shoulders down. Exhale, bring that energy back. Remember, be intentional with your energy. Use your breath to do that.